Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I come back to you once again. This time, we're going to go over to Law and Crime, and it says NFL legend Brett Favre tries to spike Mississippi agencies' welfare fraud lawsuit, claims it's outrageously instigated negative publicity. I will list the article writer and all of the details in the description, as I always do. And it says Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre is trying to toss a Mississippi state agency's lawsuit over his alleged involvement in a multi-million-dollar welfare fraud scheme. Excuse me. In a motion to dismiss filed Monday, Favre says that he was wrongfully named as a defendant in the Mississippi Department of Human Services lawsuit against dozens of defendants, including sports star and businesses. As Law and Crime previously reported, Favre has been linked to a multi-million-dollar corruption scandal in the state, according to the MDHS lawsuit. At least $77 million in temporary assistance for needy families (TANF) funds were diverted from its intended recipients, poor and needy families, and instead went to people who, to say the least, did not need the assistance. Favre allegedly received $1.1 million of the TANF program, $500,000 in December of 2017 and $600,000 in June of 2018 for speeches that he never gave at events he never attended, according to Mississippi State Auditor Shad White. Favre also has been implicated in a plan to secure millions in funding for a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi, where his daughter played volleyball from 2017 to 2022. 6 people have been arrested and charged with conspiracy and theft, and 5 so far have pled guilty, including former MDHS head John Davis, who said he would cooperate with the prosecution. Favre has not been charged with a crime, and the motion to dismiss attorney Eric Hesselman, I apologize if I mispronounce his name, who has also represented former President Donald Trump, argues that the blame for the misappropriation of funds lies squarely with the state. Brett Favre has done nothing wrong, Hesselman insisted in the motion to dismiss. MDHS did not and cannot allege that he did, and its claims against him and his company must be dismissed. It is apparent that MDHS has sued Favre, a Mississippi and national celebrity, in an effort to deflect responsibility for its own egregious wrongdoings in allowing $94 million of its public funds to be misspent, funds for which MDHS itself admits it was exclusively responsible. There is no factual or legal basis to include Favre in the lawsuit or for the torrent of the unjustified negative publicity concerning Favre that MDHS has outrageously instigated. Publicity that properly should be directed at MDHS, not Favre. Hesselman accused MDHS of clout chasing and celebrity instead of the true wrongdoers, including Favre in this lawsuit, has had the intent affected. It has affected national media attention. Attracted national media attention to this case, with the focus of MDHS's false insinuations concerning Favre's supposed involvement, rather than the MDHS which in fact is responsible for allowing the scandal to occur. Hasselman writes, adding in a footnote that Governor Tate Reeves has fired the attorney who had originally brought the case because, according to Tate, the attorney was much more interested in chasing a political angle than he was in focusing on what's best for the state. The motion also says that Favre voluntarily returned the funds after learning that it came from the needy family's fund. Once Favre was informed that he had received TANF money, he voluntarily returned it, completing the repayment more than 6 months before MDHS filed this lawsuit, and leading State's Attorney Auditor White to appall Mr. Favre for his good faith effort to make this right and make the taxpayers and TANF families whole. The motion says, in other words, Favre has already repaid the MDHS the only funds MDHS allege he received. MDHS is so intent on trying to shift the blame for its egregious misconduct that it ignores this and other dispositive facts that prove that its claims against Favre are not only meritless but sanctionable. According to reports, Favre indeed returned the funds he received, although he has not paid the interest on those amounts. Hasselman is a Republican lawyer who defended Trump in the former president's first impeachment trial, although in testimony to the House Committee investigation on January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, he was highly critical of Trump's allies who pushed the baseless conspiracy theory that Joe Biden's 2020 electoral win was due to election fraud. According to the filings, Favre is also represented by Castlewicks, Benson, Torres, LLP, another of Trump's frequently retained law firms. While MDHS understands there is an exceptional amount of publicity surrounding this case, we do not try cases in the press, MDHS spokesman Mark Jones told Law and Crime in an email. We will allow the court's rulings to be the final word on the matter. In a statement to Hasselman, expressed confidence that Favre would be vindicated. MDHS's lawsuit is nothing more than a baseless attempt to blame Favre for its own failures to oversee the welfare fund placed in its trust, Hasselman said. Mr. Favre never had any control over how Mississippi spent its welfare funds. He never made any misrepresentations to anyone, as the state auditor has acknowledged. Mr. Favre has never known welfare funds were involved in the first place. Once he found out, he returned all of the funds, and he received 6 months before MDHS filed its lawsuit. It's basically repeating what it said. Basically repeating the same thing over and over. I understand that, however, his text messages. How do you get past the text messages though? Even though the text messages that I've seen are not deeply incriminating, however, allegedly it does point to some type of knowledge. Maybe not where the funds came from, however, but as far as his other dealings, as far as the company for his concussion medicine, and also it was mentioned of some stocks. In the text message, it was quoted as saying, allegedly, I'll say allegedly, it allegedly said that he didn't know that offering stock options was illegal, but hell, we're going to do it anyway. Like I said, not deeply incriminating, but it does give pause to how much he did or did not know. And allegedly, he's innocent until proven guilty, and everything will be determined in the court of law, as it always is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, at the very least, look at that volleyball facility that's being built, or has been built, for his daughter's school. I mean, you have to have some responsibility in that. You know, it's really crazy. Like I said, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. If there is any evidence to the fact that anybody that was involved, you know, it should definitely come out. I don't think that him getting bad publicity is wrong. A lot of times, us as celebrities, and I mean, us as regular people, when we get involved in certain situations and we don't fully know, we can't say, okay, we can't go to our lawyer and say, oh, well, I didn't know, and I didn't know any better, and da-da-da-da-da. They're not trying to hear that. So why shouldn't Brett Favre be held to the same process as regular, normal people that are not celebrities? You know, that celebrity thing should automatically go out the window. Okay? That's just how I feel. He should be bound to the same set of laws, rules and laws as every other man, woman, and child in this country. Pretty much. And that's just my opinion on it. But I would definitely like to know how you feel about it. Please drop down in the comment section, as we always do, and let's get the conversation going. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you watching my videos as always. And I will see you guys in the next one.